Yo, what is good, everybody? What is good, yo? Black Clover, man. This episode was dark, and then it wasn't dark anymore. I've never seen a show decide to go that direction, like the direction of, man, this could be the worst thing ever for our heroes to, oh no, he'll be good. Like I know 100% he'll be fine now. You know, it was really heart-wrenching to hear what happens in this episode, but to know that it might be all okay unless they can keep up the drama a little bit and, actually um, not really undermine what they were trying to do. Um, which also, this is not gonna put the show in a good standing with a lot of other fans and a lot of other communities. But hey, if you got it, why not use it? This week's episode is kind of going into another territory of another anime that is it's well popular, and people love it as well as love this show. But My Hero Academia being a show that really is pushing the envelope as hard as they can and trying to pretty much make a spot for themselves, so to speak. They kind of have competition, even more competition with Black Clover, with Asta shattering all of the bones in his hands, and seemingly, since he doesn't have magic, he couldn't have it healed by the guy with the jellyfish. And clearly, whatever we thought this demon power was or whatever is coming, or it's, at least it's sounding like it's boiling down to a curse. And maybe this curse is a great reason why Asta was abandoned as a baby. Maybe not so much like the inspiration for why he was with them. Or, I'm guessing they were both brothers, and one of them was cursed and the other one wasn't, but she didn't want to separate them. So, um, it's nice to know that even though all this time has passed with like 50 plus episodes, they're still willing to dive right back into what actually got us here in the first place and give us maybe more reference clues to say that you're getting close to knowing the true truth about the past and the future. So really nice touch there. Other than that, though, what I really want to know is, if this curse is ever lifted, will Asta still, have his powers and whatnot? Like, will he still be have that crazy form, or is that the curse itself manifesting itself, or like trying to protect Asta and itself at the same time, kind of like the Hollow and Ichigo? So, um, really interested in all of this that's coming to the light. Other than that, though, we really are just left with this really sad moment of the realization of the Black Bulls enjoying this huge feast and being happy with each other, to learning that Asta somehow was acting weird, even though he had a smile on his face, even though he was trying to be a part of all the laughs and everything. You couldn't get past them with them noticing something was up with Asta. And to hear it come from another Black Bull member, and to know that he was hiding in the shadows the whole time, probably hiding his emotions as well, so it wasn't obvious, like, oh, you're acting weird too, bro. Like, so to learn just how dedicated everybody went to become for Asta, it really touches home when it comes down to these friend animes. If you want to make a good friendship anime and have all your characters, using each other to get stronger, in the sense of like, oh, I saw him doing this, so it made me want to be stronger. Do it nicely. Do it with your own style, And with this week's episode, I feel like they were really trying to put their own imprint on just how dedicated they can become for somebody that was dedicated for them. So, really, really happy with this episode as a whole and just that case alone. But not only that, the actual uh, action of Asta, ex- and not never accepting it. We're in a situation where it's been 50 something episodes, and if you don't know what Asta's gonna say after hearing the worst news in the world, then you haven't been watching this show. And with all that being said, I was actually happy to hear him yelling at the moon, telling us pretty much, hey, I'm never going to give up, and regardless of what I was just told, that won't even stop me from giving up. But with that, everybody, I hope you enjoyed, and drop a like if you did. There's so much more I want to talk about, like the guy that they pretty much seeked out at the end, who was butt naked and got blasted, and just how big of a role his role looked in from the opener alone. Just if you look at the opener alone, and seeing him, he looks like their dad, like he looks like with red hair, or Yami, so he has a really standout face and stuff like that. So it already puts me in a position to know that he's going to be huge. Not only is he going to be huge, he's already, shown himself to Asta in the previews, giving us a hint that, hey, he's probably going to be the one to cure the curse because we see Asta swinging a sword. Or maybe it's just a temporarily a fix for then. But the next big thing that I saw that also was from the opener is Vanessa being back in this place where she was as a girl, as a child, and pretty much, maybe from what I can tell, she's been told that she can't leave. She's been told that this is where she has to stay, and that might just lead us to our first clue as into why Vanessa was in the place that she was, and for some reason she thinks that the magic that she can help Asta with is there. So I'm really interested just to see what these witches can do, supposedly, if someone without magic is supposed to get healed. Like you can't really heal someone who doesn't have magic because the magic was the reason why in the first place the healing would take place, because it uses the magic inside of the body, the jellyfish healing thing. So to know that he couldn't even get that part of him healed tells us a lot about where they're actually taking magic, and where this curse stuff could maybe be good and bad for someone like Asta, who maybe if you find someone else that is cursed, the curse can be lifted in a sense. So I'm not sure where they're going with this, but I am 100% on board now, and I can't wait to literally get to see what they come up with next, because Black Clover definitely getting a lot of flack from people, but as of right now, they don't show any sign of stopping. So I'm not stopping, and I want to see exactly just where all of this is leading to, because if it's leading to something that I can predict, it would have been less interesting. But now that I can't predict it, and it's seemingly getting more and more crazy, I honestly can't wait to see more. So with that, everybody, take care and peace.